Start of March, new challenge, and I've been reflecting this afternoon what that challenge would be. And right now it feels like trust and surrender is going to be my March challenge. And why that's important to me is I had an opportunity to go back in time today. I listened to a podcast that I recorded exactly 3 years ago to the week, and it was around finding my purpose. And I also had the opportunity to be interviewed this week by Robin Taff on finding my purpose, my authenticity and belonging, and all of those themes that I would have spoken about 3 years ago. 3 years in my life has been huge because so much has happened in those 3 years. I had no idea what was coming. And I always kind of, I suppose, judged myself that episode had been out of date or was no longer relevant. And when I got to listen back today, and I listened for a reason because I'm doing a piece of work now at the moment around my purpose and around my why. And you'll find it in the back catalogue on Spotify or on Apple, and it was called Finding My Purpose, and it's back from March 2021. And all the themes I said there, I would say again. And I was kind of proud of myself because a lot of it was, I'm a work in progress. This is still a journey. I don't know what's, revealing itself. And I should have had more grace and trust in what I knew then is still valid today. But also this idea of trusting and surrendering, knowing what's coming is, I have no idea what's coming. If I fast forward in another 3 years' time, what has changed, what will happen? I don't know, but I know, and what I said before was after some of the more challenging stuff, I always know there's good stuff coming. Because it's just, in the nature of science, it's just economics. It's the rise and fall. And this year more than ever, I have a lot of fear, I have a lot of, uncertainties, but if this March I can really focus on trusting, and then from the trusting that there is an ability to surrender and let go and know that the good stuff is coming, I think that would really, really be the best kind of self-care I could allow myself for in the month of March. So much of all of us wants to logically figure out, use that brain of ours to why is that happening? What is the lesson? What must I do here? Always that kind of, for me, I'm always in preparation or planning mode, whereas I want myself to let go some of that this month. I'm already in a process of preparation. I'm already, working so hard on kind of my business that the rest of my life I just don't want to have to overly think or justify or explain myself that I want this granting or permission of myself just to trust and surrender and know whatever happens today or tomorrow is what's meant to unfold. It doesn't mean that I'm going to lie on my couch and do sweet F all this month. It's a busy month already, but we've a lot of bank holidays. One of the things that really struck me about this March was tomorrow, I think it will be, I'm really bad at maths, so 2017, yes, 2017, March 2017, 3 and 3, 6 years ago, no, 4, it's 2024, so 4 plus 3, 7 years ago this March. It took me ages to work that out. 7 years ago tomorrow, I broke up with somebody, and it wasn't just anyone, it was somebody that I deeply cared about. I thought I knew that he was the right person for me when great guy, just wasn't meant to be, we were never meant to be together. And I just remember the devastation on the 4th of March 2017. I was pregnant at the time, and I I had a knowing I was. It was really early days. The weeks that came after, I was absolutely devastated. It was a text to break up. And I talk about it in that podcast. Often in March, it is a really challenging month for me. It is also my mother's 5th anniversary at the end of this month. And a lot of the things I haven't had in previous Marches was that idea of trust and surrender. We knew in March 5 years ago my mother was dying. We knew the end was coming, but so much of it I wanted to control an outcome. And when someone's dying, there is no control. If I had known just to trust and just surrender a little bit more and see what was going to unfold, it was all in divine order. Equally, when it came to the miscarriage later that March in 2017, it was, if I had known just to trust a little, surrender a little bit more. And the surrendering is something that gives comfort, because you let go control. You let go and all possibilities that you might want or not want. I don't want that to happen. That's what we would say. Sometimes we're not the judge of these things, or the controller, or the God. So yeah, I think if I was to go back in time to this woman 7 years ago, I'd give her a big hug and tell her it's going to be okay, and it wasn't meant to be. It really wasn't. And everything does work out for the better. If I had had a child back then, what would life have been like? I can't even begin to fathom it. I am truly meant to be here in this place, even with a sore throat, even tired. After a hectic weekend, I'm truly meant to be here. And that knowing that I have now, that inner strength, that working constantly on that trust and that knowing and just surrendering and letting go, allows me to have some joy. Like, it's not all hardness, it's not all toughness, it's not all suffering, it is always, and I have it up there, you can't see it, but it is, and my little placard is leave a little room in your heart for the unexpected. And there is more joy coming this March, and it will be a chance to honour my mother this month, which would be 5 years ago this 28th of March, a very special day. And I have a special little man here beside me, tender heart, that I got this week, a vintage Care Bear, and he's going to be with me, minding me, taking care of me. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight, or if it's Monday or during the week you're listening to it, I hope you get to trust and surrender and care for yourself this month of March. And I look forward to sharing how I get on throughout the month of March. Take care. Night.